What's up, chat? Today we're going to be going from this to this. Now, I know there's quite a few wobble cam fans in the chat, so hopefully it'll be a thing of the past. Let's see if I can stop it from wobbling again. Nope, it's just going to continue wobbling now. I shouldn't have tapped it. So there's a few things I'm going to need. First, wood. Just paying a visit to my old friends, Block and Quail. Timber, £3.74. That should do. One of those. And they cut it for you too. So that's nice. Just gotta carry it home. I also saw this bus named King Long. I feel like one of the three little pigs. First, string. Second, wood. What's next? Brick? So yeah, this is the frame in place. I have drilled some screws into the corners to keep it together. Now to FreeCAD to make some pieces to make sure it doesn't fall over. I understand I haven't shown much of the FreeCAD process, but this is basically it. You draw a box. There's a box. And then 65 mils by 40. What I like to do, I like to make sure it's around the center point of your sketchwork area. And that way, when you're continuing to build off this, it's a lot easier. So that's the width and dimensions of the wood that I'm working with, the legs, like 60 mils. So that's not what I want, that's actually the pocket I want to form. So all I'm going to do here is pad this for 5, pad this for 5, pad that for 5, pad that for 5. And there we go, now I have a box around the legs that I want. Unless, can I do that? I've never done it this way, I'll try. I can. Yeah, we'll go 2 mils, so when it's 60, so we'll go 58 down. Now I have a pocket, a little box for my foot to go into. And I'm not sure what a doff is, but I call these doffs. And I put the doffs in. What this lets me do with these tools, I can line up there, have a length of 0. I can line up there, have a length of 0. And I can line up there, have a length of 0. And that's guaranteed to be 20 mils then. And then if I pad it for 20 mils, and then do a chamfer, it has to be 19.9. There are more efficient ways to do this. FreeCAD is sometimes an unwieldy beast. I have sawdust up my sleeve. Sawdust up my sleeve. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to chamfer these, the top. Help me squeeze it in if it's a bit too tight. Rig feet 2. Yes, I want the green, please. Nice. G-code preview. 4 hours. One thing I like about this software is that the G-code it generates, the file name, is how long it's going to take. With my old one, it was just a guess. Discard. One thing I don't like about the software is you keep having to click discard. Why would you want to save? So I take my SD card, I turn my 3D printer on, put the SD card in. Before any print now, I like to auto level, which is a really nice feature to have. My old one didn't either. Let it do its thing. I noticed that when it's doing the auto leveling, it's quite smart, that it heats the bed up as well, because obviously when you heat something up, it expands. So I think that's quite clever that it does that. I don't level every print. After about 2, I think, 2 prints and I level. Depends how important I want the piece to be. I want these to obviously be flat, so I don't think it actually levels the bed. I think it levels the head and the programming inside, because there's no motors or anything in the bed. I think it's all software. So if it detects it's at an angle such as that, it'll say, oh, I have to go up that much. So your leveling's done. I'm using the menu, rig feeds, 4 hours and 24 minutes. I'm not going to film the whole thing, but now we just wait. About 10 PM tonight, I should know if it's worked. And if it hasn't, we're back to the drawing board. It should work. In hindsight, I'm thinking I should have done them one at a time in case it doesn't work, but I have faith. Faith of the... Fun, this. And he's off. There is fun. There is. Just watching it go is just... We getting there. We're closer. You ready for the satisfaction? Listen to this. Oh, lovely. 1. That's not bad. 2. Let's just hope they fit. Right, so let's see where we are then. So we got some winning feet on our hands, is it? Oi! And what these will do, they'll balance out, provide some extra security and stability around the edge. Yeah, next, boxes around the corners. To keep those, this is all about security because, yes, we're cheap. FreeCAD part 2, is it? So what I need now are some boxes that fit over the top at a right angle. 18 is 36. 19 and 19, isn't it? Of course it is. How silly of me. Right, this needs to be pad 4. Right, and then sketch that for 30 plus the 37, 8, and this should just be pocket for 30, should get us there. And a little box that goes over the top now. There we go, and that should cover my corners and keep them straight. Stupidly stay up late arguing about why Nintendo. People forget that they're the power to change the world. On you go! Wires. Not bad, do they? Let's see if the measurements are right. Hey. Just that little bit extra stability. No, the only component that is missing, I want a beam going from the back wall to this, just in case. So yeah, stabilization beam.
What's the day today?
June 11th.
Oh!
Today is June the 11th. Just designing the support for the bracer. I need 2 pieces exactly the same, and I need one that mounts it to the wall. We'll be on the opposite side. And then we'll pocket that for... doesn't matter as long as it goes through. Not sure if there's any logic in how close it's recommended to get 3D prints together. But I'm just going to 3D print this now. So they're done nice. As you can see, I did have to redesign and reprint because it was just a slight bit wider than I imagined, and I made it thicker so it would, in my mind, be more supportive. Now all I need is a piece at the back that this goes into on the wall, and then this should be rolling and ready to go. Stop selecting the lines. A couple of misnamed doffs once again. Gotta love a few doffs. That's nice. I'm not a structural engineer, but in my mind that should offer some support, and that should be equal for some support at the back. 31 minutes, export, save. Taking bets on if it's going to fit. There we go. Hard to do it with one hand, this. The answer is yes, it will fit. So that's good. And here's pretty much the entire frame put together, secured into the wall, and very sturdy. So now the rig's all set up, it's time to look at my peripherals. Because I'm on a budget, there's a few things that... This ring light, while it's nice, it's just a single light source, and it works, but look at the shadows, they're awful, right? You can see my microphone, it's... So, the cheapest LED strips money can buy, they work. How white do they look on camera? Because cheap LEDs usually look blue. But with a bit of diffusion, and I will still be continuing to use the ring light, these around the edges should help eliminate shadows, I think. It's cheaper than spending about 40 to 50 pounds on a good set of lights anyway. I think I should be able to get away with using these, I hope. We'll find out, eh? Now, one of the problems I continually face with using camo from a mobile phone, it works and it looks nice, does the job most of the time, but the color correction I cannot stand. I have a small upgrade. Mr. Amazon has blessed me yet again. This is the Anker PowerConf C200, which purports to be a 2K webcam. Look, this camera's already messing up when I'm just messing around. This cost me about £50, brand new. Anker, do I know them? I'm not sure. Anker work your way. Oh, that's a very nice bag. Let's check out the camera. I don't like the fact that the USB-C is recessed so in. Leads me to believe that they want you to buy their particular brand of USB-C cable, but we'll see how standardized this looks. The PAP21 Raccolta Carta. And 2K is a bit of a upgrade from 1080p, right? So, decent length cable. So that's the privacy cover. Do I want to read the quick start guide, or do I just want to get to it? I don't know. Oh, and this is the PAP22 Raccolta card. Set apparel et cordons set recyclant. Kaste otázky podrobnu użyvatelsku vytýči instructioner. Well, cheers, Fantasia Trading LLC. Let's plug her in and see what we get. So this is me in 2K, 1440p. What do you reckon? Do I look good? Does the camera look good, more importantly? So I installed the software. Right, I'm confused. Now this says I have a C300. On the box it says C200. So yeah, rig is pretty much done except for the lights. The lights need to go around the rig. So we're nearly there. I think the lights are still a bit too harsh, so I'm going to diffuse them. Now I was recommended to use paper, but I have this packaging material, which I believe I'm somewhat deliberately making a lot of noise, just to see how good the microphone is, because now it's not attached in any meaningful way to this. It's almost crazy how well this fits. That's some nice diffusion, right? That works, right? I don't think it's come out quite that bad, I'll be honest. What did I learn? I'm not sure what I learned, really. Timber is really cheap. I guess I learned that, and effective. And you can ask them to cut it for you as well. I mean, this is sturdy. And the frame, it cost me less than £4 to make. So the timber was under £4. And then the plastic comes out of the filament, which is about a tenner a reel if you're thrifty enough. I mean, I'm looking at this monitor now, and I can see everything. I'm not sure how the color correction is, but I can see everything. The camera for £50, I mean, you don't have to buy a camera. You can continue using camo if you are filming stuff. And it works. I was just fed up with it. I got to the point where I just could not be bothered. It would keep altering the colors. Things would just mess up after recording. I just thought this camera, 2K, £50. I mean, it's a bit of an expense as an outcome, and I'll agree. Thank you to everyone who supported me on Coffee. Yeah, I think this is going to be adequate. I'll see how this looks now while I'm editing, and see if the lighting I like it or not. I just like how well detailed this pot looks in the camera. It's picking up every single fibre. I think this is the best image I'm going to be able to get. I think. Those are my current settings. It looks good on OBS, right? Yeah, let's do the intro to the video. To this. So yeah, I think it came out really quite nice. The lights are working good. There's not much shadow around me. I am still using the ring light as an extra source. The lights are nice. That's what it's like without the ring light, which is still good. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you want to help me upgrade this even further, support me on my Coffee. No pressure, you don't feel the need. But from as little as $1 one-off, you can help me out if you want. Good news, my last project made it to, which you can watch there. Got some attention on some hacking news websites such as Hackaday, and was retweeted by the official Arduino X/Twitter account. So that's nice. It feels like I've made something that's worthwhile and people would like to make themselves or see. Very happy with that. Thank you for watching. New setup. Woo!